Oh my gosh, hold on. My daughter just woke up. Give me 1 second. But
No,
I
her
need to
husband.
find it because it seemed like Courtney and Rich were having an argument, and she said something about don't cross me or this will be your last mistake.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure
Seen
if
that
that was
too.
like a threat towards Rich, a threat towards Rebecca. We don't know.
I did. I seen that text message exchange between Courtney and Rich. Well, we haven't verified it. I haven't really looked, but I feel like it is. He's got some pretty knowledgeable information.
that was from 2023. Them are old messages.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have another question. This might help us with this. Was Courtney obsessed with you? Like, was she wanted her cake and eat it too type shit? Like, she didn't want to leave her husband, but she didn't want to stop messing with you. And then you ended up with her daughter, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Now she's pissed off. Hmm. Please tell us. We want to find Becky. Yes. What's up, Wanda?
Ooh, it's my friend Caitlin. Caitlin and I also know uh, Rebecca.
Why can't I pull him up? Why is he not showing up in my damn list of people that's in here?
Caitlin, why don't you come up in the box and talk? It,
Caitlin,
you
this
know,
one right here with the little flag in the heart.
yeah.
Becca had text messages on her phone that the cops had that Courtney was threatening Becca. Oh. Would you send me a request, Rich? You do not have to turn your camera on or anything. I'm trying to bring him from the comments. It's not letting him. He's going to have to. Oh, what is this? Steph, you want to come up? Steph, do you want to come up? Yeah, he's not requesting it, or else it's too early. Okay, I got you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, trust in God. Good to see you again.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I think it's going to be a beautiful day today here in Tennessee.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it might rain here in Texas. So, Steph, it seems like we have Richard in the chat, and I hate to say this. I'm leaning on the mama, man. I'm leaning on this woman here. I think that she knows a lot about it. Ain't saying shit.
So let me start off by saying, Rich comes off hard to people because he has a past.
Right.
He has a horrible past. We are advocates mainly on this app through true crime. And so it is hard to see the whole picture.
Right. It
But we
is.
also have to be
I don't want to get
vigilant.
distracted by
Yes.
that.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Um, let's try to stay on to the facts of what happened that day to
Yes.
help try to find her. And so, man, this is hard. It's hard.
And then, did you know that the bio mother is refusing for the law to search her property?
I had not heard that, but I find that very, very interesting. I had put on the Book of Faces how many times she tried to call Rich, which I thought was odd. After a 3 hour period, all of a sudden you're panicking in those 5 minutes. That didn't make sense to me. And so she's changed her story about what type of car, what was said getting into the car, what she was wearing. And all of those things, when they start when they're not telling the truth, they start forgetting what they've talked about, right? And they start changing details, little bitty details like that.
Caitlin says, can I come up in a little bit? There's some info I found out. I don't know if it's true or not. He's been, well, yeah, he wants to help find her. He said he couldn't come up in the chat right now because he's with his father and maybe he's at work. I don't know. I have to know. No one knows how many times I have to fight myself in prison. I can imagine.
Well, Rich, can you answer this? Because this is one that really rogued me over with you, because I don't know if it's true. Well, I know it's true because it came from your account, but I don't know when. When is very important. The message that was sent to someone asking them for certain types of pictures, if you know where I'm going with this, that was supposedly sent during the time that Rebecca was missing. Is that now, or was those sent at a different time that are being proposed as being sent now during the search? You see what I'm saying? Can you answer that?
Yes. My friend Caitlin's going to be coming up here in a short.
That was sent back in around August. Yeah, that is. So, in August.
Okay. So, I want to take your word for that, sir. So that is something that I had put in a video because it was told to me that that was sent to someone just a few days ago.
Yeah.
So I apologize on that if that's incorrect. Now let's talk about the day that Rebecca, you saw her last. What exactly was she wearing when she walked out the door, the very last moment you saw her?
Yeah, because hasn't it been said that what she was wearing has changed a couple of times, right?
That's right. So I'm trying to get a kind of a solid. We don't know what mom's going to say next. What she could be. She could change it again. You see what I'm saying? We got to get a foundation here.
I would like to know personally, why would her mom want to hurt her own daughter? What makes the mom so suspicious, and why wouldn't she let the police and the sheriff's department search her property?
Well, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there, and this is just straight up my opinion, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But you think about this. She allowed her kids to be taken away from her because of who she chose to be with. Number 1. Okay? Number 2, she has not even hardly had a relationship with her children since then. So she did not give 2 shits about her children to begin with, or she wouldn't have chose a man over them to the point that they were removed from her care, in my opinion. So I don't think the mother had any true feelings of motherliness to her children. That's just my opinion.
Well, Redneck Rich just said she was wearing a black zip-up hoodie, black crop top, black leggings, and gray shoes. But the thing that is kind of concerning with me, Rich, and I know that me and you've only talked at the hospital, but I'm personally, and I'm not under any obligation to bash anybody. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. But the mom has changed that story so many different times. So can we say that she was wearing leggings? Can we say that she was wearing a hoodie?
Right now, I would go on what Rich says that she had on when she walked out that door.
I hate to
That's
say
what
it,
I would go on.
leaning towards believing him way more than I'm ready to believe this mama. I mean, I can't help it. I don't care about his past at this point, because at this point, to me, the mama is the main character. That's what I think.
What my friend Lexi was saying is that, we don't want to think it doesn't make sense if what she is saying is like a allegation.
So another allegation that I heard is this: the truck that they said was not running at Courtney's house, allegedly, either the day after she went missing, or I don't know exactly when, so I'm not going to say that. But allegedly, him and Courtney were seen driving around in that truck. So is that a truth? Or is that a speculation or made up rumor?
Yes, the white truck with the red top.
Yeah. And if so, what were y'all? I have someone in here right now that knows about the messages. But what about the truck? Were y'all together soon after she came up missing in that truck? Or it could have been Brad and saying it was Rich. Could have been. So Rebecca Parks, she's missing from Michigan. No, it wasn't them in there together. Okay. So does that truck even run? Or is that just speculation too? I was with my kids most of the day yesterday and came home around 9. I'm not necessarily know when exactly this was said that it happened. It's just speculation. Okay. Wow. So many unanswered questions. And I find it interesting that her phone was found directly across the street from the mama's house. Like, come on. It's so cool.
To me, I believe, in my own opinion, I believe that the mother had her phone the whole entire time. I think it was something that was just made up so the way she can say, hey,
But
this
did
is what
they say that the police found the phone there though, or was that not true either? What's that say?
Let me address this truth mouse person. I don't have any idea who you are. You have to understand that I have one source, one person that has brought me screenshots and tried to explain this to me. If I have anything wrong, these people know I've been on this app for 6 years. And my community is based on no drama and facts, that I will apologize and fix it. But there's no reason to be in the comments about like, how about that one time you did this? Da, 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 da. Let me up. I'll be nice. They ain't no need for that. We're all adults here.
Right,
Steph,
agree. You need to say it here and now.
I'm sorry to say this, but you are under no obligation to explain yourself. I mean, you do what you do, and this is a free country. We have, as humans, we have rights, and we have the law on our side. But like I said, you are not under any obligation to explain yourself of who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. You just keep doing what you're doing, and just, don't allow people like that just to get you upset or mad or whatever.
Yeah, just send me a message. I'll fix whatever, or I'll correct whatever, or do a retraction. We are humans. We make mistakes. We are true crime journalists. We are advocates. We are mothers. We have a lot of things on our plate. Okay, and we're all on the same team here, and that's to try to bring Becca and that baby home safe.
Rebecca went to the hospital the day the day she allegedly was supposed to have went missing, right? The last I knew, it does run because Courtney's husband, Brad, drove it to the hospital the day before. Oh, okay.
So that is news to me.
Okay, well, Wow. Princess has the messages that are being said that I sent after Becca. Oh, Truth Princess has the messages that are being said that I sent after Becca disappears. So she's the one who has those messages. I have the before and after of those. I have a response to those and everything.
Send me a message, Truth Princess, and let's put it together how it's supposed to be so that I can get the timeline straight. You know, I can go edit a post, delete a video, whatever's going down. Just send me a message because in here, with all of these comments flowing, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah,
Yes. My friend Caitlin said that she requested.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, so I have a friend who's also in the chat, and she had gotten some messages saying something about there might be a possibility that Becky might be in a septic.
Yeah, somebody else had said that earlier, but I kind
Like
of just
like they're holding her hostage or something
they're holding her
until she has
hostage.
the baby. That's what we're thinking. Like they might like in a septic tank holding her hostage till she has the baby, or you know.
Well, that ain't. She probably ain't gonna make it in a septic tank trying to have a baby. That ain't
That's
gonna
what
take them long.
that's what we've heard and have been told. I
Yes.
don't know how true it is, but
So yeah, who is saying that, and what reason do they have to believe that?
um I'll have to ask Sammy because Sammy is the one who had sent it to me. Um I'm not sure how true it is though.
Well, right. I mean, nobody knows anything at this point. We're just trying to figure it all out. Um, but I want to know what makes them believe that.
I don't even know. Probably because they said that, like, the addicts and, and tweakers and stuff and how they act, and they don't think very, how do I want to word this? Not very bright.
So, question: are they all in active addiction, or at least some?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a big difference to me to know that.
What else was there that I've
No,
been
I
told?
I can revert to that mindset. I've been there before. I can revert to that mindset. Now that I know, and that, what I was thinking? She might not want them searching her property. I don't know how deep into that they are, but do they have rug activity going on and that's why they don't want the property searched?
That's a good point. That's a very
Rebecca
good
Martin,
point.
missing from Michigan.
Yeah, my classmate, and we have no answers of where she is, nothing, and I'm very worried.
Yeah.
I mean, what I do know, because me and Caitlin, we've been talking for maybe a week now. I'm not really too sure, but
Yeah, for about a week, like ever since the case started. Like ever
what
since.
what I know and what she knows is that we know what the mom is very capable of.
I'm 100% convinced the mom did something. And like Steph said, the story changing and stuff is very weird.
Yes. Now I don't want to say anything bad about Rebecca, but was she also an addict?
She has done in the past, yes. I don't know if she has while pregnant. I've seen like they done it with her while pregnant, but I
Looked like
don't
she
know.
was doing anything. In my opinion, picture didn't look like she was.
And if we can find her and she's still with us, I'm sorry, but Becky needs to be around people who are good people who want to help her. And that's just me saying it, and I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry about it, but it's just the truth.
I think an upper. Am I correct on that in saying that?
Is Rich still in here?
Yes.
I believe he is. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
Rebecca's. I told her in the past not to get with Rich.
Rich, how was Rebecca's demeanor? I know that her and her bio mom had a rocky relationship, but when she was going out the door, going over to the house, did you hear with your ears? There's a I need to give you $2,000. I know the other reason we won't talk about here on this platform why she went, but one of the reasons is the $2,000, which I believe never existed. Did you hear anything about come get the money? And how did that go exactly? I agree. I think it was a lure also. And I also have a question, still question, Lord. I wish that Rich, I wish that you could take some time. We could do it today, and you come on for an interview because these are just not questions that would impede the investigation, but help with identification. I don't think he's in here.
I
Rich,
mean,
Rich, if you are still in here, we all want to help find Becky. We all care about her. We all love her. There's strangers all around the world who truly care about her and want her found safe just as much as you do.
Oh, that's what they were doing?
Okay,
Oh,
Rich. Next question is when she was going to leave with Bio Mom, did you hear anything about a $2,000 being over there? I mean, I know the other reason that she was going, allegedly told by Courtney, but did you hear anything about the money? How was her demeanor? Was she happy, excited? Was she, I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll be back in an hour. Did she say anything like that? And then I had also asked Rich, I wish that you could just, do a interview and get
I mean,
just for facts, not for accusations and theories, just for what was she wearing? What did she say? How was she acting? Things like that.
I would appreciate if maybe he would come up in the box and just
Yeah.
put some light into this. I mean,
it
Yeah,
it,
has.
that'd be awesome.
It's not letting me send him a request. He would have to send it to me because I think he has a private account. So it's not letting me pull him up. It's not letting me even find him in my list of people. So it's just him. Yeah, I think we should. So that it's easy for to see his. Maybe he doesn't know how. It's off in his settings, maybe. It's true. It's in Cadillac, Michigan. Rebecca Parks is missing. She's been missing since November the 3rd. She is due to have a baby on Monday.
Rich, I would make my account unprivate and start posting Rebecca's missing poster like you never posted before.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, and I would hashtag the hell out of it.
Yeah. You know what I mean. And my
And
dad,
I'm
And it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do know, Rich. I know what you're going through, dude. I mean, I know that you're
Sure.
going through a hard time with that, but I mean, with the fact that you're dealing with that, on top of that, Rebecca gone missing. I mean, the story doesn't add up with her mother. Why would okay? Better question. Why would you think that there was money involved, even if there wasn't money? Do you think it was a lie to lure her in, or do you think there was money? Just like it. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why she would go there alone.
Okay, I
Rich,
have.
Rich, we need you to stay focused, Rich. Okay, come back to us here. Yes, we know. I lost my father in 2002 to lung cancer. Okay, I totally know what you're going through here, but we need to stay focused. Come back and answer, and stay focused on how she was. Did you hear anything about the money? And if you're honest with the community will support you.
And another thing, Rich, was there actually a car involved? Because there was several different cars mentioned. Or was that false too? We just want to help you. That's all we want to do. We want to help you find her. So was there a car involved? Because I have a feeling there wasn't actually
To lure her to her
a
mother's
car
house.
involved.
Yeah, answer one question at a time. Definitely. It's hard to. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss his comments when they're coming through because they're going kind of fast.
I mean, all I ask for the people who are commenting on the live, I would appreciate it if you guys answered one question and one question at a time.
Hold on, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to join. Okay, cool. What's up? Not Miranda. No, well, they can't pin comments when there's boxes up. That's the only problem. If everyone to stop, yes, ask everyone to stop commenting until his conversation. Yes, if that would be nice. If we could just tap the screen instead of comment, that we could see Richard's comments. That would be amazing. Unless he can figure out how to come up in a box. And then if he could come up in a box, then that'll be better.
Rich, if you look down on the bottom of your screen, there's like these two little people things. You can click that, and that's like the request button thingy.
You're gonna call him and explain to him how to get in? Okay, cool. That'll be cool. You can't put a box up. All he has to do. Yeah, well, he's private, and I've been trying to request. Let me see what that is. Oh, we got him. What's up, Richard? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Her fiance. Okay, Steph.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Richard.
Hi.
Okay. My question I was asking is the day that she left, did you hear anything in a conversation about $2,000 waiting for her at the mother's house?
No, I never heard about the $2,000 till the next day when Courtney texted me and told me that she gave her $2,000.
The next day.
Yeah. I wasn't even aware they were going out to Courtney's house. I was only aware of them going to Culliver's to get ice cream shakes.
Did they hang out frequently?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The only time that they hung out was the Saturday before Becca came up missing. They had her and Becca and Kimmy, Becca's sister, went to Courtney's house to have dinner to get these supposedly checks.
Oh, so there was checks involved.
That's what Courtney said, but nobody actually seen a check. I know when Becca got back to where I was at that day, she didn't have a check.
Okay. Yes, good in the comments. Good suggestion. Let's start at the beginning, okay? So I don't want any confusion. Let's start the morning of November the 3rd. I know she was up about 3 a.m. according to those Snapchat messages. But then what? You all get up and a normal morning starts?
Monday, we pretty much, she was telling me she wasn't feeling good and her stomach hurt.
And that was after she helped the friend move all weekend, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which none of us really had her lifting anything heavy. She was just putting clothes in bags.
Okay. So she woke up saying that she, wasn't feeling good. And then the day progresses. You're having a normal day, correct? Nothing
Yeah.
out of the way.
We sat around in our room watching movies.
Did she receive on her phone any text messages that she spoke of from anybody that day? Who did she speak to that day on her phone? Was her mom, Courtney, anybody else?
I want to say she talked to Kimmy, her sister. During the day, she really wasn't on her phone a lot because she was laying down. That's like everybody, there's people on making comments that the day Courtney picked her up, that she was in labor, which she wasn't, and her sister Kimmy was never there when Courtney picked her up.
What time specifically did Courtney arrive to pick her up?
Right around 6:45 at night.
6:45 p.m. And they said, we're running to get some ice cream. She'll bring me right back home.
Yeah, because Courtney is the one that brought me and Becca home Sunday night from the hospital.
Uh-huh.
That way, the ride we had set up didn't have to come from 20 minutes away. Courtney just said she was there, she can give us a ride home. And on the way home, her and Becca did talk about going out and getting shakes, because since Becca's been pregnant, she's been craving anything to do with ice cream.
Okay. So 6:45 p.m. I would say, what would you give them, an hour to do that? At what time did you say that she should have been back by now? What time did that thought hit your mind?
When Courtney got here, she sent Becca a voice message stating she was here. Becca gave me a hug. We gave each other a kiss like normal couples would do when somebody's leaving. She said give her about an hour and a half to 2 hours and she'd be back.
Hour and a half to 2 hours. So 7:45, 8:45 p.m.
I have a question. So at what? So when Courtney sent the text message to you saying that your old lady just got into this car, what was that about, and what time was that? And
She
what?
sent it to me Monday night when I was sleeping.
Okay. I've got a screenshot of those calls, and that started around 11:19 p.m. and she was calling you like every a minute two. So now we've narrowed down the timeline. 8:45 p.m. You would have probably said, okay, she should have been back by now. But did you text Courtney? Did you text Rebecca saying, hey, where are you? Are you coming home? Anything like
Or you
that?
went to bed?
Yeah, I fell asleep shortly after Becca left, probably half hour, 45 minutes after she left. And I woke up.
So just question, because people are, kind of upset that you went to sleep. Were you, just to set the scene, were you like watching TV and you dozed off type situation, or did you just go get in the bed and go to sleep?
Me and Becca have our own TV in our room because
Yeah.
we live with my dad.
Okay.
And my dad is an older guy, so he likes watching the older
I understand.
westerns. And usually I just let Becca watch whatever she wants to watch. So when she left, I was laying in our bed. And I don't even remember what show she had it on. I think it was
Okay, I'll just
some
continue on with.
vampire show.
All right. So now we have filled in all of the gaps. You were kind of laying down, dozing off. She's running to get ice cream. You fell asleep. So you would have, you fell asleep, so you wouldn't be awake, sitting there saying, "Man, she should have been back now," right? So that explains that. Now, at what time did you wake up from the phone calls that Courtney was trying to make and realize that Rebecca was not home?
I woke up, I want to say it was around 1 o'clock. And I looked at my phone, which I don't remember seeing Courtney's text messages because I actually just picked my phone up, seen what time it was. I tried to call Becca a couple times on regular phone and a couple times on my Facebook that got deactivated because shortly, I want to say it was a week ago yesterday, it got deactivated. Somebody reported me to Facebook.
Okay, so we are at 1 a.m. You're trying to call Becca. You don't know what's going on. What was the next step? Did you call Courtney, or did Courtney call you?
Courtney called me again the next morning. I didn't have Courtney's phone number.
between 1 a.m. and the next morning when you're not able to get a hold of Becca, or, what is going through your mind? Was there any text from Courtney saying, hey, she got into a car? What was going on during those hours?
I didn't see Courtney's text messages till I got up the next morning. And
So when you woke up
in
at
my
1, you weren't concerned where Rebecca was then?
no, because she went to a friend's house
But
and
she told
sat
you she
there.
was going to come back in a couple of hours.
Okay, I do have one quick question, and Mother Trucker asked this, and I'm kind of curious on it. She wanted to know, did Becca slip around? Just curious.
She cheated on me a couple times the first year we were together. But I want to say October last year, around end of October, she hasn't slept with nobody besides me.
So you know for sure that the baby's yours? I mean, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
judge her or anything like that. I'm just, just wondering.
We're
because
trying to figure out company, you see,
Yeah.
right? If there's anybody else nefarious in her life, you see where we're going. So this is something sometimes she does. Okay, let's assume that's correct. So you go on with your night, you go back to sleep, you wake up the next morning, Courtney calls you, and what does she say?
she told me that Becca left with somebody in a black car, and we talked for a few minutes, and she had somebody called her or something. She had to get off the phone.
Now, I do have a question for you, Rich. Do you really think that there was a car, like a random car involved? Because I know Courtney has changed the description of the car 3 different times. Because she said first there was a black SUV, then there was an Impala, then she said there was a black vehicle. So I'm just wondering if you think there was actually a car involved or not.
No, I don't feel there's another car involved because she said it was a black car, black SUV, uh, a
Didn't the
white
mother
minivan.
didn't the mother say that Rebecca said she had somebody coming to pick her up?
That's what she said.
Okay, so if she had somebody coming to pick her up, that would mean that she had to contact that person somehow. Most likely
Yeah,
through her phone. And so if y'all have her phone or somebody has her phone, wouldn't they know
the
who that
cops
person
have
is?
her phone, both of her phones.
She had 2 phones.
Yep, she had one that she didn't. It wasn't active. She only used it when it was connected to Wi-Fi,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's
and
my
that
question.
was
Here's
me
my
laying on the
question to
bed.
you, Rich. Do you believe that, in your own opinion, do you believe that maybe Rebecca had a burner phone on her?
No,
So would you say, in your own statement, do you think that was a allegation then?
Okay, I have another question. So where was the second phone found? Like, did she
the
carry that
second phone
phone
was
around with
here.
her? Okay, it was there. Okay.
She took her active phone with her,
Okay.
and the next morning I got on her other phone, got on her Google account, and went to find my phone, and it pinged out on the 2-track across from Courtney's, and I told Kimmy that it's saying it's on West 26th Road.
Okay, and in your own statement, would you say that you know who Bear 2 is? Is that like a family friend or just a family member? Or
Who?
there's a comment here that states in their own words, and they're just stating it, that supposedly you are lying that Courtney found the phone.
Nope. Because I told Kimmy where it was at, sent her the location, and Kimmy told Courtney,
Okay,
and Courtney and Brad went out there
Bear 2,
and
if
got the phone.
you have the text messages, I would like you to send them to She's Country, and I would like you to send them to Steph Case Files. And I would like you to also send that to me in my inbox, so that way we all have proof of these allegations that you're saying technically he cheated or he's lying.
So, but
I mean,
it's confirmed that they both cheated on each other, though. I mean, that's confirmed, correct?
Yeah, I never lied. Every time Becca came to me and asked me if I talked to a female sexually, I never lied to her about it. Because why would she come to me asking me about it if she didn't know the truth?
So, Rich, we're just trying to build a narrative to help get Rebecca home safe.
Can I ask a question?
So my next question, and then She's Country, but my quick question: how big is the property that the mother has, and is it true that she is refusing to let them search?
Like I commented on it because I've never done a live or whatever you call these things. That was the first I've heard of that Courtney is refusing to let the cops search. Because I can even send Trust in God the whole conversation from when I woke up Monday morning or Tuesday morning till I want to say it was Thursday when I ended up blocking Courtney.
so in your own words, because we both, well, me, you, and then her friend Caitlin, who's also in the chat box, would you say that Courtney and the stepfather have allegated, do you think that Brad and the bio mom would harm Rebecca?
I do see it, but I also feel like Courtney wouldn't harm her till after the baby's born.
I have a question.
Now,
I got a question. In your own heart of hearts, what do you believe has happened?
I think they got her somewhere.
You think they have her held hostage? Do you think that it's because they want the baby?
It's a lot of it's got to do with the baby. I know when Courtney first found out Becca was pregnant, she sent threatening messages to Becca's phone, which if I had it, I'd screenshot them, but I can't get to it because I'm not breaking into no cop shop.
Well,
now I have a
they'll
question for
know.
you.
They'll see all that, though. They'll be able to see that.
I've told the detective about them. because she has them in her spam block section.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now, I do have a quick question for you again, Rich. Do you, with this whole case and her being last seen with her mom and everything, would you think that her mom is 100% the reason for this whole disappearance of her?
Yeah, because back in February of this year, which True Mouse even heard about this. True Mouse Princess. I keep forgetting to put the princess in there. I get yelled at for it. Courtney called Wexford County Sheriff's Department, said that I broke into her house and raped her at gunpoint. Cops came, questioned me, told them to go check her cameras.
Oh, so she does have cameras,
Yes,
inside or outside?
both.
Both.
Okay,
Oh,
but in your own statement, Rich, why would somebody say that she does not have cameras? Why would somebody want to say that she doesn't have anything, like any civilian cameras or any type of proof to prove that you were or were not there?
I haven't seen nobody say that she didn't have them. I know she was either talking to Mel
Rebecca
or
K.
her cousin,
Clark. Excuse me.
and
Well,
she
this
told them that they work, they just don't record no more.
Are they going to a phone? Like, where you can
I
view
have
the live feed from the
messages
phone?
in my phone because I asked her to go on your cameras and get a picture of the car that Becca took off in.
Okay, so in your own words, because Mother Trucker asked us, does he think that she was still using? And if so, why?
There's a chance she was, but
Wait,
she
who?
didn't really
Rebecca
act like it.
or Courtney? Who are y'all thinking is
Check
still
it out.
Rebecca?
Were you guys talking about Becca or Courtney?
Becca.
Okay, my bad.
There's a chance she was, but she didn't act like she was. Like Sunday night after we got back from the hospital, I didn't know she stayed up trying to clean. Just like in the Snapchat, where they took the picture of the Snapchat.
Yes, I believe his name is Josh.
Yes,
Yes.
he's a good friend of both of ours. It's Becca's best friend, Brittany's dad.
Okay,
And
I want to back up and ask them. I want to ask you about this. So, if the mother, Courtney, possibly is trying to take this baby and, maybe sell it or something, is she in a financial situation that would even be an option? Just wondering. Or would she be trying to keep this baby for herself type shit? Because I'm like, I know I'm speculating, but I can't help it.
it could go either way.
I want to, what is, I don't know if I should say what does her financial situation look like, but I mean, would she benefit? I mean, of course she would benefit, but like, am I making sense without just saying this?
I don't know what
Need the
her
money,
financial
does,
situation is because I quit talking to her in 2023.
Richard,
Yeah.
my first question is the messages that Courtney sent about having a baby in the NICU born 3 months early. Are those real, fake? And did she send those on October the 29th, 2025 or not?
I don't know because I didn't actually start talking to Courtney till Tuesday morning. Even on the ride home from when Courtney gave us a ride home from the hospital Sunday night before Becca came up missing, I didn't even talk to her.
But you did read or see the video that I posted about those in particular. And those are very important. If those really were, I was told that they were sent on October the 29th. If it's wrong, if anybody in the comments has proof otherwise, please let me know and send it to me.
Yeah,
But if so,
that's
it
wrong.
leads into my other question. Would she have a place? I heard of a cabin up north. You can confirm or deny, or have a shed or a building or a place where she would be able to keep the baby without anybody detecting. But I think she is under surveillance, though. I heard that she was.
A mama?
Yes.
I don't know about a cabin up north, but I know the area where she lives. She knows all the 2 tracks and trails out there. Because in 2023, when I was going out there, I bought a 4-wheel drive Jeep, and it was me, Courtney, Brad, and Courtney's son Bentley took the Jeep out one time to play in the mud and on all the 2 tracks and that. Which that's the same Jeep me and Becca got in a car accident right down the road from mine and Becca's house.
So there's no buildings that you know of that she would have access to, Courtney.
There's some out on the 2 tracks.
Okay.
I don't remember how to get there because I ain't been out there in 2 years or better.
Okay, well, in your own statement, would you believe that maybe she is seeing somebody else rather than you, or what? What would you make that her motive to just disappear?
I don't feel like she was seeing anybody else because since before you were at the hospital with us that one day, we were trying out. I want to say how if one of us didn't trust what the other said, we proved it. And just like
Okay, I have a question. So I read some stuff saying that you were very abusive to her. Is that true? Or is that speculation? Hey, people,
I
you be abusive to Becky.
verbally, yes. Physically, I never harmed her. Every time we got in an argument and we were close to each other, I was the one walking out with scratches and bleeding.
So did you ever just physically punch her or anything like that? Yeah, abuse is
No.
abuse, but is it physical abuse and emotional abuse is different. I mean, I mean, I'm not saying one's better than the other because it's not, but the fact is, it is. Right?
Okay, well, what I'm gonna ask is that I guess one of Rebecca's friends that is also in the chat, which is Boar Bear too, is that he stated or she stated that her best friend pulled him off of her. So I just wanted to know if that was a true statement or if that was a allegation.
Nobody's pulled me off from her. They might have got in between an argument and made us go separate ways to calm down.
So another
But there
question.
was,
They say, is it true that you didn't want the baby at all?
I wanted the baby. At first, before she got pregnant, I kept telling her, let's wait, because neither one of us was financially stable. And I wanted to have a full-time job besides doing scrap or helping somebody else so we can make money. But when she came back with the pregnancy test stating she was pregnant, I always wanted it.
Okay, and in your own statement, and I don't know if this is true or not, but and I'm not trying to like change the subject, but there's a person here that says Lilybit that she can verify what he has been around them and have witnessed their fights. Is that an allegation or is that like? I'm just really confused at this point.
Which in the past there has been a few times that I've slapped her in the back of the head, and honestly, even now, after it happens, I hate myself because that's not how I was raised.
Now, I do have another question because because on Facebook I've seen like a lot of comments with her two other kids. Are they with her adoptive mom, Stephanie Part? Like, can
Yeah,
you like that they are okay? Because some people were saying no, and a lot of other people were saying yes. So I just wanted to know and have it confirmed.
yeah, that was
I'm trying to make some breakfast for
because
these kids over here, y'all. So I'm
the adopted
listening.
mom has her boys because she wasn't
Agreed, Lisa. I kind of agree with that.
financially stable. She was always bouncing from house to house, and Becca does have bad anxiety.
Now I do have another question about her sister because I'm both of their former classmates. So do you think her own sister is like part of this and like knows like the actual truth? Like I don't know how else to like word it. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think
No.
Kimmy don't know the whole truth because Kimmy does like to
Oh, I just realized something. I
talk.
remember reading a comment where Kimmy said that she wasn't there that night. That Rebecca
No,
was only with the mom. Did
yep,
anybody else see that comment?
I did as well.
yeah. The night
So,
they went to Courtney's house, it was just Becca and Courtney
oh, okay.
because Courtney stopped here at our house to pick Becca up when Courtney got out of work. which honestly I don't even know if
Okay, and what about
Courtney
the
was actually
friend?
working, because
What what about the friend that said something about Courtney said don't let her get in a vehicle with nobody. I'm on the way. Who? What about that comment?
that was the night before when Becca we went to the hospital.
Oh, okay, okay.
Courtney was we were ready with a buddy of mine when Becca stated that she believes her water broke, and my buddy said we'll just because we helped my brother move and we were dropping his truck off here at mine and Becca's place where we stay, and Becca said she believes her water broke not even a half mile from our house. So my buddy said we'll just drop the truck and trailer off at your house, and I'll take you to the hospital. Why, what's the sense of waiting for somebody else to pick you up? And we got here, me and my buddy unhooked the trailer. My buddy's girlfriend helped Becca get out of the back seat of his Jeep into the front seat so she had more room. And we all four of us got back in his Jeep and we left our house to go to the hospital. On the way, Courtney called Becca. Becca handed me the phone, and countless times Courtney, as soon as Becca handed me the phone, I put the phone on speakerphone. And Courtney, countless times, at least 8 times, I don't live too far from the hospital. It's maybe between 5 to 8 miles.
So, in your own statement, and I'm just kind of curious, and I do have a question about it. In your own statement or state of mind, would you say that Rebecca has any other friends that she would go to, or would she go? How can I word it? Would she go to the hospital?
I have a question. Now, this is going to include something with your past, but I'm not judging you for this. I just have a question. So, Rebecca's pregnant. And if the people find out that you have your past that you do, are they going to automatically take the baby?
No. I have a 3-year-old son right now with a different girl, which it's like since me and Becca got back together in 2023, my son's mom and Becca have became real good friends. I have 50-50 custody of him.
So, would you say in your own statement that the people that would want to harm her, and if so, are they doing it for the money, or do you think that they're doing it just because she was pregnant with your child?
The only ones that has ever threatened Becca is Courtney. And it's been since we announced that she was pregnant.
Now, think that Courtney is jealous because I heard that she has a really weird obsession of always liking to be pregnant. So do you think she's jealous that Becky is having your child?
Yeah, because October last year, Becca had a miscarriage, which back then I feel like it was mine, but there was a chance it was somebody else's because she conceived shortly before she quit cheating on me. And we've been told that Courtney was pissed off because Becca was pregnant. And even then, when we found out she was pregnant, we both said it was mine. And just so happens when she got pregnant this time, she threatened Becca a few times, stating that she wasn't going to let me or let her have my child.
Have you seen around your town at any time anybody with a black or dark vehicle with tinted windows? Have you ever heard of such a vehicle?
No. Because up here, the only way you can have dark tinted windows is if you have problems with the sunlight in your eyes.
Okay.
So that's a law that you can't have tinted windows, or that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have. You can have, if you got the back doors, you can have them two windows tinted in your very back window. But your front two doors and your windshield ain't allowed to be tinted. I think it's 2 inches
Oh,
at the top. You can
hold
have
on,
it tinted.
Rich.
But
Hold on
other
a
than that, you
minute.
can't.
The law, you said you cannot have no windshield, right?
Yep.
Did you say a small strip across the top of the windshield?
Yeah, which normally you get that anyway.
So,
But it
because
ain't dark, it's kind of grayish colored.
the reason I wanted to go back to that point or point that out is because, to my knowledge, if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney has not given a description of the person inside the vehicle that I know of because of these tinted windows. But she would be able to see through the windshield.
That is also correct, Steph. She could not identify who the driver was, and she has changed up the vehicle description so many times.
I got to mute for just a
See,
second.
what gets me is she's saying now she couldn't see who was inside the vehicle. But if you look at the text messages, the very first ones that she sent me, she said, your old lady got in a vehicle with a dude. You
With a
can't
dude.
see who
So
was driving the
in your
vehicle.
own
How do you know it's a dude?
in your
Right, exactly.
in your own statement, would you believe it was a guy, or do you believe uh in
I
your
don't
own
believe there was
mind?
another vehicle.
I don't believe listening to Rich, listening to the timeline, listening to the verifications. I don't believe there was any money. I don't believe there was any car. Something has happened, and I believe, in my personal opinion, allegedly, that mom is involved somehow. Bile mom.
Me
We've got
too.
to figure out now here's the thing. She says she's disabled. She said something about missing a leg. Can you verify that? Because her defense is, look, I wouldn't be able to do that and overpower her in that way. But now, do you
But in
know
our home,
Brad? And would Brad help her do such a thing? And
She
where was
does
he at the
have
time?
one leg from the knee down missing. And I've seen her and Brad go at it, and it'll go both ways. There's times Brad would overpower her, and times she would overpower Brad.
So in your
Do we know where Brad was this night?
No.
He don't have an alibi. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? So she had to have help. Well, she didn't have to have help, according to Rich's testimony here. But I don't. I want to know where Brad was.
If somebody's fighting for their life, they're a whole hell of a lot stronger if they're just fighting because they're getting in a altercation. You know what I'm saying? So she probably did need help because if that's what happened, once Rebecca realized this is a fight for my life, I'm telling you, them instincts kicked in, and she probably did need some help. I think.
okay,
Yeah, because
Rich,
Wrong,
in
though.
your own state or in your own statement, would you think that okay, if somebody can help me out, kind of say this in the right term, and I'm not saying that he did or didn't do it, but in your own statement, would you think that Brad would help Courtney in this crime? And if
100%.
so,
Because Brad does anything and everything Courtney tells him to do.
Now, since we're talking about Brad, I do have a question for you. I was reading that there was a time where Courtney and Brad was upset with Becky, and then they went to wherever she was and tried to hit her in the stomach with a baseball bat.
Yep, that was when Becca was pregnant with her oldest son.
Wow.
Which
Holy moly!
I know of it because Becca's say
so
countless times with me, telling me that.
so with the timeline where I heard from a source is that the last person to see Rebecca, and stop me if I'm wrong, if Rebecca is alive, would you say in your own statement that Brad and Courtney were the last two people to see Rebecca?
Yeah.
And do you
Are
believe
you for
that
sure that
they...
Brad was there?
No,
Yeah,
'cause
we are not sure Brad was there.
nobody's ever said that he was there or
But
wasn't
nobody's
there.
ever said he wasn't there either. Correct?
Yeah, nobody said he was there or wasn't there.
So
And so
before,
does Brad and Mom live together and have lived together for a while, or
Yes.
okay? So that's their property together, I'm assuming.
Yes. It was left to Courtney because that was Courtney's mom's property till her mom passed away.
Oh. So when did the mom actually pass away? How long ago was that? Somebody said it was a couple of years ago.
I want to say it was August of 2023.
Okay.
Hold on, my dad's yelling at me. What?
Might be it.
okay, so
One.
um,
Hold
I
up,
do
Steph.
have,
Hold on a second. So it says someone is saying they just heard that Brad is now gone.
The key was in fucking...
Gone? Like left town gone?
I don't know. They said they want to come up in a box, but I don't know who said that.
So, Richard, someone asked on Courtney's property, is there a septic? And does she also have a shed?
Yeah, there's. Last time I knew, there was 2 sheds. One was in the trees just a little bit, and there's one up by the house.
Now, do you think they may have have her hidden in one of them and just don't want to say anything, and that's why she's changing the story because she's trying to cover her butt up?
They could have her in the one that's closest to the house, because it
Yeah, especially if they're trying to keep the baby, then they'd
built
have to
better
be able to
shed.
get to her, you know.
And does she have a septic tank on her property too? Someone was asking.
That, the only one I know of is the one the house is connected to. But there could be one there that's from an old house that ain't there no more. Because she has, I want to say,
There,
between 2 to 3 acres of land.
okay, yes. I had asked that earlier. 2 to 3 acres. That's what I wanted to know. And in the comments, you can't
Nothing.
pin while people are on panels, so
They
there's
haven't
no
searched
pinning.
anything on Courtney's property that we know of because allegedly she's saying no, you can't search. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, that's the first I'm hearing it was since I've been on here. Because
I am.
I have messages from her stating they searched her house. The
Lexi
same
said,
day.
"Oh, wait a minute. A baby has been placed in a safe box in Union County today."
That's news to me and Rich.
Yeah. Where's Union County at?
That's
Union
Ohio.
County, yeah, that's down in Ohio. And
Okay.
I do have another question for you, Rich, because I had seen the screenshot off of one of Steph's videos, and it mentioned something about a shed, and it looked like there was like a pile of Becky's clothes, like covered in dirt right beside it. Do you think they may have did something bad to where it harmed her?
Or is it even confirmed that those were her clothes?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know if it was her clothes, but I know from 2023, Becca had a duffel bag of clothes and her laptop and some paperwork. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. That was still out at Courtney's. She stopped out there one time trying to get it. Courtney threatened her. Courtney's son, Bentley, which is Becca's half brother, threatened her with a baseball bat.
Philip Hudson.
So Becca just decided she didn't need or want that stuff no more. So she left it there.
Okay, if you're not talking though, put your thing on mute so there's no background noise. I'll try to do the same.
so in your own statement, Rich, would you say that if, and this is coming from somebody, I'm not really too sure, but this is coming from a friend of both me and Rebecca's and Caitlin's and your baby mama and fiance. Would you say that if she did have a way down to Ohio, would you say in your own statement, do you think that she would surrender that baby to the fire department or the police department down in Ohio?
No,
Does she even know anybody in Ohio?
no.
I don't think the Ohio thing is connected at all.
Okay, real quick, I want to see what Caleb is wanting to say. Caleb.
All right, so like I know Rich personally. I mean, we used to be friends. Don't know how how we are now. At first, yes, Rich, I ain't gonna lie, I was putting a lot of blame on you. But listening to your story, dude, do you think they would do anything to Becca?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like I feel bad for you. Like, me and Sally have been trying to put everything together. Like, I've been following this since the day it happened, dude. Like,
It's comment.
it's getting difficult.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Baby. Look at all this.
help as much as I can,
Especially
and
with, hold on a second. Well, where is anybody from that town that like knows Brad's whereabouts? We need to find out where Brad is. Is he gone? Is he missing? What's going on with that?
Like, from what I was told is that Courtney made a post on Facebook that Brad like died or something like that.
What?
That is what I was just told.
Are you for real?
Yeah, that is what I told her. That she put a post on Facebook. I don't know how long ago it was that Brad died.
Caleb, in your own statement, would you think that Courtney, the bio mom, would you say
6
that
hours ago.
would you say that she would have killed her husband over jealousy?
100% probably, dude. I mean, from what I've never met Courtney personally, but I've talked to a lot of people who do know her and know her as she's an active addiction. She's a psychopath.
which I have heard since Becca's been missing, that Courtney has been using.
I just want to say real quick, I just want to say thank you, Rich, for answering all of our questions. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What the
At
hell?
the end of the day, it's to
I mean,
help find her and our kid, our son.
Okay, I have a question. Is it possible for you to go to the police and demand them to search the property? If she's refusing, there's got to be a way to get somebody over there to search the property.
Like Michigan State Police.
I mean, it's not legally, but I can just go over to her property and look myself. But
I'm feeling, y'all, I'm really feeling, I'm sitting here listening and taking all this in. I feel she's close. I think she's on that property somewhere.
I do too. Me too.
Yeah.
me too.
Personally,
Well,
Caleb, I
probably
would only
she's
do
the
your
last
own
one to-
safety.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Wouldn't probably,
The Michigan
Tracy.
State.
Tracy, wouldn't probable cause be she's the last one to see her and she's refusing to have her property searched? Wouldn't that be probable cause to get a search warrant?
Yes, that would be correct. If she is hiding out on that property and say that she did have something to do with Courtney going missing and say that she did do something to her current fiance or husband, then yes, that will give the state police and the sheriff's county the probable cause of getting the search warrant.
I
All
just,
right, I'm back.
I
My
think,
dad called me.
I think the Michigan
Not
State.
even that. It's also the fact that Courtney's story has switched like 10 times already. Every day it's a new thing that she says, or this, that, and so it's like your story's changing. Like, I think that her and Brad and whoever needs to be held in jail or something until they confess, hey, this is where she's at, or hey, we did this. Like, something needs to happen because, like, all the Cadillac, like, my little sister, she's 16 years old, and she can't even walk from the high school right down the road to my brothers because we're all scared that something's going to happen to her. So all we want is just answers to where she is, if she's okay, if what. That's all we're all worried about. I know Rich is worried about it. My sister Sally, she's worried about it. Like my family, we're all worried about it just because we want our community back to the way it was. We want it to be safe. We don't want these crackheads. I'm just calling that the crackheads. Who probably got joy out of doing something.
I mean, to add to my statement, I personally, the day that me and Kimberly have took Rich and Rebecca to the hospital because Rebecca thought that she was going into labor, I made Rich and Rebecca godparents to my 3-year-old daughter. And I know that Rebecca knows my daughter very well, even though that Rich hasn't really got to know his goddaughter. So hopefully this shines a light onto somebody needs to go up to the police department or the sheriff's department, and they need to get a search warrant started as soon as possible to get a search warrant going.
Now, I do want to say something. To be honest, the county cops haven't really done jack shit, so the Michigan State Police needs to take over this case because they'll actually do something about it. The county cops ain't really worth the time to ask, but the state police definitely, Rich, you need to go to the state police, not the county.
Rich, have they kept in contact with you? Have you kept in contact with them? Like, what's the up and up on that? Good morning.
I called the detective that's in charge of the case and the 2 main deputies, and in the last 2 weeks I've talked to them 5 times. Normally when I call up there, I gotta leave a message, and lately I haven't even been hearing nothing back.
If I were you, I would try and get a hold of the Michigan State Police because the county, if that's who you're getting a hold of, they really ain't gonna do jack shit because that's just how county cops are. So I would definitely just get a hold of the Michigan State Police and demand them and tell them you want them to take over the case because they'll do something about it.
Yeah.
Richard, I'm not trying to point fingers into that, but do you feel the cops are looking at you as a suspect? Have you ever felt that at any time during this time?
As far as I know, I was the only one taken to the sheriff's department and interviewed. I sat there for just probably 3 hours and 15 minutes having them ask me questions, and because when I was there, they wanted to know what me and Becca did from Friday before she came up missing till the time she left here with Courtney.
Yeah.
So in your statement, would you think that they are looking at you as the prime suspect in this case?
At first, yeah.
So have they ever taken Courtney in for any kind of questioning?
Not that I'm aware of.
So I was about to ask that too.
Well, they need to because that's just really suspicious as fuck that they're not even questioning her and only her, but they are questioning you. If they can question you, then they can bring Courtney in and question her as well because that's just weird that they're not.
But I think they're waiting for her to keep slipping up because, I mean, like I said, her story's changed how many times? So I think they're going to, she's going to slip up at some point, and then they're going to be like, okay, well, now we're bringing you in because I don't know how they're going to hold somebody there who has one leg, whatever. But Right, but I think she's going to slip up to the point where then they're going to be like, okay, well, we're bringing you in for questioning. You're under arrest, whatever. But like I said, in my opinion, I think she needs to sit in jail until until she confesses, hey, this is what happened, done and over with.
So, Caleb, in your statement, would you believe that Courtney, would you think that she would murder her own blood?
Being under the influence of drugs, probably, and being that Rich has said she was using. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to say I'm hoping she's safe, but I think that she would murder her own kid.
Which I can't 100% say she is. That's just what I've been hearing. And the day she drove us back from the hospital to my and Becca's place,
Susie says she wouldn't be the first one.
Hey, I have a question for Rich because I have heard it and seen it all over Facebook. During the search party, there was like a random guy that appeared in a mask that had a pew pew and I don't want to say it in life, but like a KNIFE on them. Do you know if that person is involved in this case by any chance? Like, does this person the reason, I don't know, it's just weird that he randomly appeared in the woods and wasn't part of the search party at all.
there was a guy out there that fits the description. My son's mom heard about it, and he was only approaching females out there. He wasn't talking to none of the guys. Which
I heard that person likes to especially go after pregnant women and end them.
I heard it too, and probably 2 or 3 hours after we left out by Courtney's house, I was told that the reason we couldn't stay out there and keep looking is because they took him into police custody.
So, in your own statement, Rich, would you believe that this guy that was wearing a mask when we were there at the Myers parking lot and he was there in the woods, would you say in your own statement that he was, do you believe that he was waiting for somebody to either be alone, or would you think that he was out there laying somewhere and he was waiting?
I'm not really sure, because my son's mom, my 3-year-old son's mom, approached him and talked to him. And he told her he's just a concerned citizen that's there to protect his investment and watch somebody. Who?
So there you have it, folks.
We don't know. So I feel
I have a question.
he's involved.
Did you guys happen to have Life 360?
No, we don't.
But okay, so you said you could track the phone, like the Find My Phone, and that's how you were able to find where her phone was at. When you're doing that, I don't know how to do that. But can you track the movement of the phone? So can you see, like, if she actually went to get ice cream and all of those other things that they said?
I'm not 100% sure, because the way I tracked it is I went to her Google account she's got on her non-active phone, and there's a spot on there that says find my device,
Right.
and I hit that and brought the map up to where that phone was at.
Okay. I didn't know if you could, tell you wherever she had been that night.
So the
I'm
night
not
that
sure because I'm not that.
Tech savvy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not either. I mean, I feel like you could probably do that, but I wouldn't know how to do it.
I'm still waiting for Becca to sign me back into my Samsung account.
So
Okay.
in your own
Go ahead.
statement, would you believe that? Okay, actually, no. Would you, in your own statement, do you believe that Rebecca's bio mom either found the phone, or do you believe in your own statement? Do you think that she had the phone the whole entire time?
I think they knew exactly where it was at. And when they found out that I pinged her phone, they went out and got it. Because they brought I was out working on my dad's car because his taillights wasn't working. Courtney called me, said, I'm on my way to your house. We need to talk. And I said, okay, what do you need to talk to me about? She goes, you'll find out when I get there. And she hung the phone up. I waited a few minutes. I was like, I don't know, something just don't feel right. So I texted her, said, I hope it's something good. And she said, I don't even remember exactly what she said.
Steph, I sent you a message.
When she got it was her and Brad. Brad drove her car. She was in the passenger seat. They got here. I was still outside trying to work on my dad's car. And I started walking over to her vehicle. And Brad pointed towards the passenger seat. So I walked to the passenger side front door. Courtney rolled her window down and handed me Becca's phone.
What?
And to me, the power was shut off on it, which, if the power was shut off on it before
What the fuck?
they went and got it, that I wouldn't have been able to ping it.
Yeah.
They
hold,
just shut the phone off.
hold on, everybody. What he's saying is very, 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 very important right now. Because I think you can look up, or maybe the police can get a warrant from the provider to see what time the phone was shut down,
Yes.
which is going to narrow the timeline. Because there's a difference. Did it die or was it shut down?
It was shut off because I turned it back on, standing right there next to Courtney's car.
So would you say in your own statement that either Courtney or Brad could have shut the phone off on purpose, or do you think it was on accident?
I believe they shut it off.
Yeah, it was shut down. All right.
I know from being with Becca, because at nighttime and a lot of the time through the day, she has to keep it on silent because she did have 3 different Facebooks, we're not sure where the one that she kept as Rebecca Park went because she couldn't sign into the actual Facebook for that one.
Dana, I agree.
And she still had her other two Facebooks on that phone, her Snapchat,
Oh, yeah.
TikTok, CapCut, because Becca loved doing CapCut templates, making TikTok videos.
So, in your own statement, Rich, would you say that the bio mom would record herself either harming her fiance or husband, or would you say that she would have recorded herself harming Rebecca?
No, I don't see neither one of them recording it because Brad, her husband Brad, has been in trouble a few times in his life, and he knows that's one way of getting caught.
So, would you say that they are, as of right now, would you say that they're covering their tracks?
Yeah, because even when Courtney handed me the phone, I asked her, I was like, why didn't you just take this to the cops?
What is, look, I want to see this post that Courtney has made about Brad being no longer on the earth. Can anybody please? I cannot find it. And I want to see this. Where is this post at? Is there any way we can somebody send it to me, screenshot it, something?
So I'm Caleb's sister. I'm Sally. So somebody made a post a few months back that they were looking for Brad's little company he had going. And so somebody made a comment on there speculating that Brad was, according to his wife, he was dead. I have the screenshots of that. Because I know Brad's sister personally.
So, would you be able to send that directly over to us so that way we have those screenshots? Because that would.
So couldn't you just ask the sister?
So they don't really talk that much because of Courtney.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, but I think
Like,
she
I
would
know
know if he was
Courtney
dead or not, you
also.
know?
And it's a law enforcement too, yeah. So we don't know if he was alive when all of this is even taking place.
I mean, I feel like he's alive. I mean, there should have been like something, stating he was dead.
So, in your own statements, Sally, would you say that the police department and the autopsy, if he is indeed not on this earth, would you say that Courtney was the reason behind it?
Probably some foul play. Probably, yeah.
Well, we don't even know if he's gone yet, so we can't really speculate.
Yeah, that too. Honestly, we don't know if he is honestly gone or not. But if she's out there saying that he's dead, and if he's not really dead, that's it just seems like she's a pageant. I can't even say the word right. Yeah, she's a straight up liar.
which Courtney's cousin has even made comments on one of the posts about Becca being missing that
Yeah, try to use TikTok words when we're talking so we don't get in trouble.
I'm not sure when it happened, but it's been within the last 2 years that Courtney reported Brad missing and also said that he raped her.
Where's Courtney? I want to talk to Courtney, by God. I mean, for real, why can't she come up and say something?
I'll put all the money I can go
Brad.
find on it. She won't come on and talk.
Because she knows that she's the prime suspect in all this.
I was gonna say she's not gonna say anything because she knows if she rats herself out, then she knows she's gonna be going bye-bye for life and, like, to prison and shit.
Does Brad have like a handyman side job or some shit like that?
He does. He started this company. Oh, I want to say a couple years back before
Little
I met.
Biggie's handyman. That's it?
Yes, ma'am. That is it.
Do you have hold on a second.
Truth Mouth Princess said that she's here.
She's here.
What
She's
do
in
you-
here.
Are
I
you
don't
talking about
think-
on the live?
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure Brad is still on the earth.
I did see.
She is in here. Who found the phone on the road? Richard found the phone by Google Find My Device. He told Kimberly he knows where the phone is. And then when he pulls up over at Courtney's house, she hands him the phone through an open window of the vehicle. Correct?
So let me ask you this, Courtney. If you are in this live, why don't you come into the box and really tell us why? I would really love to know your side of the story. Because with the information that we have gotten from not only our sources, but the people that are in the box, all the fingers are pointing towards you. I'm sorry to say this, but I know that me and you've had our rough past, but
I wouldn't say I'm sorry to say that. I mean, she's obviously has something to do with it. So if you don't, if she, if she says that she doesn't, okay, come up, prove that you're innocent. If not, well then you still look guilty. You're gonna be guilty until something else comes out. So if I were you, I'd get up on a box and actually say your piece so you clear your name.
Courtney is trying to frame Rich.
Like I said, I don't like, Rich doesn't like me. I don't like Rich. I don't really have a problem with him, other than me and him have had a past. But I don't think he had anything to do with it, because he was one of the ones out there when they had their search party, which I wanted to go to, but I was busy. And he went out and actually helped.
Oh, so now we're
Help, correct?
Hey,
Courtney
Caleb,
didn't go out.
While Courtney didn't do anything, and then she actually put another post on Facebook, 2 days ago, about playing the boo-hoo pity me party, saying that everybody's pointing their fingers at me. Not in these exact words, this is what I remember. And it's like, well, yeah,
where
because
is Courtney?
I think the Boar Bear 2 is Courtney.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because-
saying.
And then, because I mean, the one she's putting out the details that I don't think anybody really knew. So if she is not the one who did it, or if she has nothing to hide, get in a box and state your piece.
I personally, I would love to know your side, Courtney. If you are definitely in this chat, I would love to hear your side of the story before the truth comes out.
And to message NVR stating truth mouse princess. What does that mean? She was talking about we were there at
Okay,
the
we
search
got
party.
War Bear 2 in the chat now.
I have to say, I know who Boo Bear is. If they want to come up,
They're in the chat. They're in the box.
I know. I've had several conversations with this person, so I know them.
Okay.
But I have to say that I do have some respect here for Rich for
I do too.
answering the questions and being patient and going through the timeline. We don't see Courtney up here, so at the end of the day, the focus is on her because she was the last person to see her.
Yes. The topic
So-
is Rebecca Parks missing from Michigan.
So,
Okay,
Boo Bear 2, I would appreciate if you would give us a little bit of a details on this case, because a lot of people are saying that you're Courtney. So,
She is not. I can assure you.
Can you guys hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know what I was supposed to do once I hit this thing. So I've never done one of these before, but I'm going to be honest. At first, I had my suspicions of Rich. Rich knows this. I have talked to Rich. After listening to him answer some of these questions, that has totally shifted to Courtney and Brad. I've had many conversations with Courtney, and Courtney's story with me has changed so many times. And it bothers me because I have asked her directly and even specific questions about Becca and Becca leaving, and she changes them each time she talks to me. So I also know from talking to somebody who has experience with Courtney, which is actually Becca's best friend's dad, who is afraid to come on here. I don't know why, but he is, has witnessed Courtney being psycho and flipping out, and Brad trying to run her best friend off the road. They are very violent people. And do I feel that Courtney and Brad have involvement and actually probably caused this to happen? Absolutely. Just from talking to Courtney herself, I could play a audio to you guys so you guys could hear just how violent she is. And that, somebody, if your child is missing, you do not attack somebody and Brad in the background threatening to hurt them,
real quick, have you given your information to the police? I'm going to assume you have and just ask the question because they want to know.
Absolutely. 636 text messages. And yes, I have.
So if you don't mind me asking, Boo Bear 2, would you mind playing that recording for us so that way we all know what she is like?
I think she has probably accidentally paused herself here, but
can you hear me?
Yeah.
So if I switch off of this and try to go to where that audio is, it takes me out of you guys.
Yeah. Right, you have to have it on a separate. But if you
I can't.
Can you? Is it a file that you can text me? And I've got to.
When I hit the share it and try to share it, it's only I can only send it because it's on Messenger. So if I had somebody's Messenger, I could directly send that to. And if you could figure out how to get it to everybody,
text me your name on there, and I will give you my personal name, and you can message me it, and I'll pull it up on my separate phone.
Okay, I'm going to be doing that here in just a few minutes.
So, Boo Bear 2, would you say that with the violent history that Courtney and Brad have since they've been married, would you say that Courtney would, because, like, again, and Rich, he's covered half of this, and I'm just trying to find out, would you say that Courtney would harm her own child?
Absolutely. She's done it in the past. Look, I'm just going to paint the picture clear, and I don't care the repercussions. Courtney and Kimmy both talk about Becca like a dog. She's a whore. She's a slut. Kimmy's out here going around saying that she cares about her sister and misses her sister. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I am tired of being quiet. I will call anybody else out on their bullshit. I had a personal conversation with Kimmy. My fiance is a witness to this. The way she talked about her sister being missing, she didn't say anything nice at all about her sister.
She also acted like she doesn't even really give a fuck at all either.
Wow. What do you think about that, Rich?
Like, I'm sorry, if I were in Kimmy's shoes, I would be flipping the fucking world to be finding my sibling and wanting to know where she is. But with Kimmy, I don't know, she just doesn't act like she actually cares.
Because she doesn't. You know, I keep raising the reward because I want somebody to talk, because somebody out there knows where Becca is. You know, I've raised that award to $15,000 today.
Oh, hold on. So you're the one who they told to take the post down.
And all the flyers. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked her, I said, what if somebody is holding Becca and they're waiting to see if that money increases? And she says, ain't nobody got Becca.
Oh, snapper freaking doodle.
Like I said, I've got the text messages. I can back it up. And that's a conversation for me and Courtney directly. I'm tired. I'm not covering, you know, I want it out there. I want people to know what this person is like. There is a baby and a woman.
Hold on. Text that to me, and I will put it on the Book of Faces. And I needed to update you. That post that I put now has exceeded 300,000 views on the Snapchat.
Grab that.
Okay, Rich, I want to know, what are your feelings and thoughts right now? What are you thinking about this?
Mom.
The only thing that is going through my mind is
Let me see if I can find you another.
same thing that's been going through my mind. I just pray that her and our son is okay.
Rich, I promise we are going to fight for finding her. We are going to find her. We all care for her.
I will not stop.
We will not stop until we know Becky is okay. I may not have been. Listen, I was friends with Becky and throughout school and everything, and we drifted after high school and shit. But I still have a heart, and I still care for her so much, and I need to know that she is okay, because I still have a lot of heart for her. And
you know, here's my
concern.
concern, and I'm not trying to bring loss of hope to people, but I want you guys to really think about something, and I'm going to try not to bawl like a baby when I do this. I keep saying that I know Becca, and I'm telling you I know Becca, and Becca would not be missing for 13 days and 2 days away from her due date and not contact anybody, especially special people, if she was not. I can't even say it.
And it's not like her to not have her phone either. Becky always has her phone. Fucking school, if she had her phone taken away, she always found a way to have one. Rather it was asking someone to have a phone, or she always had a backup in her backpack.
There has been something bad happen to her and that baby. I feel it. I've told everybody that. I can't shake it.
I do have a question for you, Boo Bear. Because I asked Richie this, and I want your honest opinion about it too. I seen some messages talking about she could possibly be in either the shed or the septic tank on Courtney's property.
I have. That's really strange. You just brought that up. I feel when I've done a lot of criminology. I did classes in schooling, and when somebody does this,
Wait, no, that's it.
a part of them wants to keep them close. You will find Becca somewhere close to Courtney, somewhere on that property or close to that property. I
Well, do you think because I know Rich said that something about how Courtney has two sheds, one near her house
yes.
and one in the woods. If she is in one of those or the septic tank, which of the sheds would you think she's personally in if that's where she's at?
Honestly, you got to think about something. They're going to want to put her where it's going to be hard to find. Okay? If somebody has passed away, okay? There's smells and stuff from that. You're going to have them in an area where you're not going to have those out in public, where people can walk and catch the wind blow or to draw attention to it. It's going to have to be in something that hides that.
So do you think they may have put her in the septic on her property?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I mean, Courtney is not as dumb as what people paint her out to be, and neither is Brad. They've got a long history.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Brad's alive.
So
Yes,
here's my question, though. Here's my question. If she would be in the septic tank, they would, like, if somebody had a drone, whatever, there would be freshly dug up dirt.
right.
Would know.
And I mean, I'm not 100% sure if anybody's seen freshly dug up dirt, so we can't really say the whole septic thing is true.
Right.
Sheds, maybe. The sheds, we could figure something, that could be something figured out, which, like, somebody stated earlier, the cops here in Cadillac, they're just a bunch of, all they care about is stopping you over a head tail light than they are about actually doing their jobs.
Is there any
and
way
make
we
sure
can
somebody's
get a
safe.
drone over the property? Is that even legal?
Yeah, I mean, not technically, but I can't do that. A drone, dude. Every time I've tried, I've broke it by hitting
Yeah,
a
I
wall.
crash everyone I get.
Crash everyone you get. I'm not good at them either. I'm not. I'm only
My
trying to
three-year-old, my 3-year-old
Yeah.
son is better at flying drones than I am.
Okay,
Well,
and
I know, but I don't want to make legal trouble.
okay, my other question. Rich, do you know if they have like other properties? Like, do you like Brad have other properties or Courtney anywhere else that they could have stored her?
As far as I
I
know,
can
they
answer
don't
that.
own no other property, but they know all the 2 tracks that's out there, all the way up to what's them hills called? Yuma Hills?
Right, because I know those trails out there lead you all the way to Manistee, to Harrietta, all the way to Wellston, and all that type of stuff. Because I used to ride those trails way back in the day.
Okay, Boar Bear, was you about to answer? You said I could answer that, I thought.
Yeah, actually, there's 2 cabins somewhere in those woods out there on that 2-track, but she will not disclose where those are.
See, Friday when we were out
Well,
there,
we ought to be able to pull that up on. Hold on.
Like, pull up her address and kind of like do like
Yeah.
the
Google Road.
yeah, like the Google Road or whatever it is that shows like maps where you can see buildings and stuff.
Yes. Hold on a second.
Because Kimmy made a statement to me in a message that her grandfather had told her, hey, remember where you and Becca used to go? And I thought maybe she was trying to tell me something without directly telling me something. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, these places it would take cops days and weeks to find them. And then we asked her again, she had mentioned about the cabins. I don't know if they're actually big cabins or what kind of cabins that they are referring to, but they are somewhere on across the road in that wooded area. So I don't know if they're like makeshift cabins. I don't know if
Like hunting cabins, maybe like deer
maybe.
blinds type
Yeah,
deal.
that's what I was thinking. And
So
Rich,
Would
go
you
ahead.
say in your state of mind, would you say in your statement that would you think that Courtney or either Brad, would you think that they would have any other property or any type of uh, garages or sheds that are located somewhere?
Courtney and Brad have access to many different things due to the people that they hang out with. See, that's the problem. I know that there was a camper. I don't remember if that was on her mom's property or one of her friends' property. See, my daughter unfortunately was mixed up in all the drug people in Michigan. Okay, and she has been to Courtney's numerous times and has witnessed Courtney being abusive to Becca. When she went out there to go visit with Becca, Becca was scared to death to go to her mom. She didn't like going there unless somebody went with her. So that's the first thing that threw me off, is Becca going out there alone. Because Becca, she was scared. Her mom's a violent person. And when my daughter was there with her, you would think a mom seeing her daughter, hey, how are you doing? I've missed you. No, it was immediately just start cutting her down. You're stupid. And just, that's what Becca lived with from her mom.
Who is Never Give Up? Who is that? Never Give Up 22. That they want to join. I'd like to know who it is before we join.
Why can't I have this though? What? How much?
That's my bank card. You can't have that.
Oh.
Oh, Nevaeh. Thank you, Nevaeh. She is best friends with Becca.
Yeah.
Is this another one?
Let me find her.
Promise.
She says, I'm her daughter. Never give up. I'm her daughter.
She's my daughter.
Oh, your daughter.
Yes, that's Becca's best friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let her up.
Oh, got it.
Hello.
Hello.
I would just like to make a couple comments. Becca would come to my house when I lived with Grandma, and she would tell me things that would be happening at Rich's house. That she came over one night, didn't shower because she could never take a shower. I helped her get clothes on her back, take a shower, because she told me when she stayed with Rich would put her down, say certain comments. She would tell me about her mom and how her mom would threaten her. Her mom made threats to her and she would cry to me about it. And that's why she stayed with me a while. I just wanted to add that a little bit. Like, no one's really innocent in this story.
Right. Can you really clarify? Can you clarify what types of threats? Like, what did she say?
Like, Becca wanted to see her kids, and her mom would get mad about it and say if she came over, then things would happen because she couldn't see her kids that day. And Becca cried to me because all she wanted to do.
Her adopted mother or her other mother? Courtney or the other one?
It would be Courtney.
So Courtney, hold on. Courtney had our kids?
No.
Yeah, for like a couple of weeks, yeah.
Courtney's never had Becca's 2 boys.
That's what Becca told me. I heard that the boys are with
oldest son.
Well, I know Courtney did have one of Becca's kids at one time. Not for very long.
That had to be her oldest son. Because her youngest one, me and Becca's got together before he was born. I was there when he was born. And he went straight into Becca's foster mom's custody.
Right. But I know at one time Courtney did have one of Becca's kids because she was trying to get custody of him.
which had to be her oldest one
Right.
because he was only
You come over here, please,
a
Nova.
few months old the first time me and Becca dated.
Well, on my old phone, on my old messenger, I got even messages to prove that she would say things like that. And she would cry in my arms. Like, hearing that from my best friend, like, I don't know how to take it, you know? And that she's been gone for a long time. I'm trying not to think anything's, like, bad happened to her, but, you know?
So, in your statement, would you say that Courtney? Would you think any other? Would you think that Courtney would? I don't know how to really put it because I don't even think that you can even put a label on Courtney.
No, she's a monster.
Sounds like it. It does. It
I'd
sounds like
rather deal with a monster than deal with Courtney.
She's a
Yeah.
pathological liar.
I mean, I know Courtney personally and Becca. I know Courtney is psychotic enough to do something to Becca, and it's just everything that's pointing out so far with the whole case is pointing towards that Courtney did something or knows something at least.
Courtney had motive.
Would you guys believe? Because there's people that are here in Michigan in the box. I know Rich, I know Lilybit, I know Lexi, and I know Caitlin, and I can speak on their behalf that Courtney is nothing but a cold person. She has no heart. She's got no respect. She's got no loyalty. She is one of these people who would go out of her way to murder, and I say this with a label for her, that she would murder not only her husband, but her daughter as well.
And I agree with that
I do.
cold-heartedly.
And
Rebecca always had issues growing up with her biological mom. I've always heard nothing but horrible things about her.
Yeah, Rebecca would tell me things about her, too.
And see,
What were you about to say?
Okay,
all of a sudden,
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a lady that's called Dana, and I'm sorry to interrupt, and I shouldn't be, but I'm not gonna hold back anymore. Nobody's gonna fucking keep me quiet.
this is stolen the Yosta stuff. That's not what I want. I want to
You
check.
can't do that.
No. Dana is my very sweet friend. I've known her. I know her personally. What she means is on TikTok, the live will be flagged and taken down if you use certain words. Here at TikTok, we have to rhyme, murder, rape, and those types of things. We don't want to do it, and we don't want to say it that way. But if we don't, then she's country to get in trouble.
If you're not
Okay, I got it.
talking, could you please put your mic on mute?
You go check it. I mean, Courtney was messaging me till about 2 days ago, and then all of a sudden she had me blocked.
So, with the information that both Boo Bear 2 and Lilybit, Lexi, and Rich, with speaking on their behalf, would you guys say that Courtney should be allegedly, should she go to jail for what she has done?
It needs to be at least questioned. Has she even been questioned?
I don't think she's been questioned. I think it's kind of crazy the police are going to her and going through tips.
Yes.
That's what she said on a news interview, and I just, that something about that is not okay. Because, like, obviously, if you're the last person to see Rebecca, you would think that they would be questioning her specifically. And I just
They have
don't,
not
I don't
questioned
see that
her at
happening.
all.
Who said they have not questioned her at all?
Yeah, they only bring Rich into question, but they couldn't bring in the last person that's seen her. That's a little weird and a little suspicious, if you ask me.
No, I heard from Courtney up until 2 days ago.
I never heard of Courtney at all. I'm gonna be honest until this whole case was started back on November 3rd. That was the first time I've ever heard of Courtney. I never knew that was a bio mom. Like I said, until this case started.
So, with that being said, guys, would you believe that Courtney would do something like this? I mean, even though, yes, I do know Courtney, but would you guys, how can I put it in a term so the way it doesn't get removed? Would you guys think that she would do something like this?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He has a motive to do it.
Absolutely.
She's crazy. My biological mother, who lives up in Michigan, in Cadillac, has been harassed by Courtney for years. They've had beef with each other. I'm not sure about what their beef is, but I just know that Courtney goes off on her over some stuff. I don't know too much detail about that, but like,
You know what you guys know about Brad? I'm kind of interested in this guy.
Brad, he was with my mom a few years ago, like many years ago when I was a kid. He's nothing but a no good piece of crap, in my opinion. But I also know
Hang on a second.
that
Poor Bear.
Courtney has asked me to take down all the posts about Becca missing and told me if I did not take them down that she would make me take them down personally.
Boo Bear, if you're not speaking, can you mute your mic so that way we can hear other people talk?
I'm sorry.
Okay, try again. So I want to know about Brad. I want to know all the details about Brad. I don't know why, but I feel there's something. I feel he's connected somehow too.
He was with my mom many years ago when I was a kid. And honestly, what I know of him, he's no good. He's constantly in and out of prison. He's violent. He has nothing to do with his own kids. Hasn't since his oldest was a child.
And he has a record as well, correct?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
His last CSE charge was in 2016.
Excuse me. Well, I think we have narrowed this down here to pretty much those two people.
I think
And I believe that their story is going to fall and crumble. It's just a matter of time. But time is of the essence here. And I don't feel like people are going to see her out and about. You know, I feel like she's hidden. She's hidden somewhere on that property. And I hope that they, like Cheese Country said, can find probable cause to search that property.
my mom dated Brad back in the day, and it wasn't a good relationship. They had issues back and forth. So I definitely think Brad is mentally and physically abusive. Like, I don't think that he's a good person.
See, my question would be about Courtney is if she was worried about her daughter being missing and everything, why would she be messaging people like me and a few others telling us to take down Becca's missing posts? If we didn't, she would come after us personally.
Yes, why would she say something like that? You know, it's giving me Ashley Buzzard vibes Ashley Buzzard went out in front of her house and took down the missing posters of her 9-year-old daughter, Melody, who is still missing. Y'all probably remember that. So, why? Because she probably knows in her heart that she's not actually missing because she knows right where she's at.
Some of the TikToks that I have made about Becky, a lot of the comments are saying that this whole case is giving Summer Wells vibe.
I agree with that.
I've been sitting here since the day she was reported missing and picking out everything that doesn't sound right and anything that Courtney has told us or other people and just what doesn't add up. We went out searching for her ourselves the day that we had the whole search party going on and couldn't find anything, but there's been some disturbing things found at the Cadillac pathways.
Hey, a little bit. Speaking of that, I don't know remember the girls' names, but I do have the pictures saved. They found some things that look like they relate to Becky. Like, they found, this one bracelet. They found a key.
That bracelet 100% looks like what something Becky.
Yeah, it really does. And then they oddly found a suitcase and then a random car in the woods too.
Yeah, I was talking about the random car last night. I just think that's odd.
And I don't know, it just all seems like that is towards Becky. And they also found Culvers on that 2-track too, I guess. The wrappers and stuff thrown out on the side.
Yes, that is true. They also found a saw with blood on it, a jacket, and a few other things.
Are you serious?
I have a question for
I
Richard.
have the pictures of it.
Richard, have you contacted anybody besides the county? Have you contacted the state police or the FBI or anybody else?
I know I've tried to call the state police, but most of the cops in this county know me, and they just pretty much look at me and say, "You're a convicted felon. I'm not gonna believe you."
See, and that's not fair, because this is literally a missing person, a missing baby, and a missing mother. And the fact that they're gonna, yes, we know you have a criminal past, but they shouldn't hold that against you right now when your wife and
I think you should go over the county's head. Just go over it and do it yourself. I mean, at least use your voice. I mean, anybody connected to her in any way should try to, I think.
And just I know my brother just stopped by because he got to use some tools to work on his truck real quick. Me and him's talked, and I told him, I was like, I want to go over there and get in the shed. Which he did make a good point. He's like, what if you do that and you get in trouble and Becca and Richard is still alive? They're going to be locked up and they're going to be out here by themselves.
Can I ask something, Rich?
Yeah.
If you were looking for Rebecca and you loved her so much and it meant the world to try to find her, why would you try to get other females just so you could feel something if you missed her so much? Why was it a desire to get off while your girl is missing? You can't find her.
Since Becca has been gone, the only female that's been close to me is my kid's mom.
But how old, Rich,
hold on. Was there not text messages between you and a certain somebody that you had to go and take care of yourself because Becca was not around?
Something happened.
Looks
I'll
like
finish
she
it because I know what
muted.
she's talking about. So it was a post that because somebody had to do that because Becca wasn't around to take care of it.
Which I know what she's talking about, and it wasn't nothing trying to get that person. It was stating that Becca's not around. I'm not out trying to find another female. I was taking care of them needs myself.
I don't even know how you would
But
have needs if you're
do you
so.
see, Rich, how absurd that is not the normalcy? That should be the very, very, very simplest last thing on your mind.
And
You
can
should not be sending those types of messages to anybody. If you send any messages, it should be to help the aid the search for the person that you love.
and can I say something, Rich? She's carrying your child.
I mean, I have to iterate on that just real quick. Don't you have some pictures of her in your phone? I mean, I'm just saying.
No, because
If that was the case, you
the
didn't have to
only
have real
the
pictures.
only phone that they were saved in and got kept in was hers. That way she knew I wasn't sending them to nobody else or showing somebody else. She had the only pictures.
But Richard, you do see, can you understand how people perceive that as a
red flag.
doubt and as a doubt in your involvement here? Because
Yeah.
it would appear that you're not glad she's gone, but like, well, that was so quick for you to do that, and that shouldn't be on your mind. I understand men have needs, but right now everything about you right now, Richard, about you and your dad and all of that stuff is on the back burner. You understand your personal needs is on the back burner. The only thing you should ever be focused on is trying to help find your wife. And so when you do stuff like that, people are going to use it against you. There is no trust right now on the earth. You cannot trust anybody. Don't be sending shit like that.
Which, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm not denying it. I shouldn't have said
I don't
it.
think anybody's tried contacting the state police yet that I'm aware of.
Okay. Here's my question. Even though that Rebecca is still missing, Rich, how come they, even though that, yes, you were at the search party, but the thing that kind of seems odd to me is that, you're sending really not necessary text messages to other women who are not Rebecca.
In other words, Richard, look, I've been married for 30, I can't even count because it's been so long, 30, almost 32 years now, 32 years in May. And if I ever went missing, I know for 1,000,000% that my husband would not be sending messages like that to other people. So when you do those types of things, it brings doubt into whether or not you loved her enough.
Okay.
Right. And so people start doubting the words that you say. Now, you being here and you admitting to it is respectful to me. When you're a man, you should stand up to the things that you do. Now, I can't talk on the so-called abuse and all the things that she told her best friend. But I think that we need to take those things into account only to help try to find her. So let me ask you this. Was there anybody else in her life that she had arguments with, that she owed money to, a favor to, did somebody wrong, anything like that as of recent?
No, because even back when we were getting high, we always made sure we had the money to pay for it right there and then. We never had to owe nobody for it. And Becca really didn't try to argue with anybody.
Okay, so we can establish that she, though, had rocky relationships. There was nobody in her life nefarious enough that would want to take her life, except for, and we keep going back to
I want to go
biology.
back to something real quick. I do want to go back to something because this is just something that. So I want to go back to the rug use. So I missed it earlier when we talked about what type of rug use there was. And if I remember correctly, did they say that it was a downer of like Finney or something like that? Or was it an upper? Because what if it was uppers? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because I was thinking, what if she OD'd over there at her mama's house? That's what I'm wondering.
I know what it is, but it rhymes with Seth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody also said that her and her mom went on a special trip for something, and maybe that they got a bad type of deal going on. Don't want to say too much over this live, but I mean, somebody walked into the revival center during a food pantry and made the comment as they were praying for Rebecca to be found. She walked in and says, "I need Narcan." The bitch got what she deserved. So, I mean, with that being stated, what if it was one of Courtney's friends that knew something about Becca and what happened?
Like I've said earlier, I don't know 100%, but I've heard it from quite a few people that Courtney was using again.
I've also heard the same thing.
Could it be a situation where maybe not to down Rebecca in any way, but maybe she did use street pharmaceuticals there at her mom's house and there was an accidental OD, okay? So while mom panics, Brad helps her, they've buried the body. That could be a situation as well.
Yeah?
Yes, that very well could be.
Well, Bia says you can't really OD on that, but if it is laced with something, and it is so common now for shit to have extra shit in it nowadays. I mean, it's common. It's so common.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know.
I have a question, Rich. Do you know Zoe Davidson?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's related to me, because she had my cousins, and she said that last time you guys all hung out, you guys were getting high, and Becky was still pregnant, and I'm wondering if that's true. Like, was she using while she was pregnant?
Yes.
Okay.
No, because I didn't stop And yeah, I'm wrong for it. I should have stopped and had her stop with me. The only thing I asked her to do was if she did it, I was around so I can make sure she didn't do too much. Which at that time, she might have hit the pipe maybe 4 times a day, if that.
Oh, Rich. Not at any time did you think to say you shouldn't do that because it could harm our unborn baby?
Yeah, that's why I ended up talking to my dad where me and Becca could come back here and live here.
Can we not bash Rebecca or Rich about drug use? People
Yeah.
struggle with addiction all the
People
time. I'm
struggle
seeing
with
it in the
addiction.
comments.
Just yeah, it's sad, but it happens, and sometimes a person has a hard time stopping. It is a sad situation, but please don't do that.
They obviously need some better help. Cadillac is not the best place in the world to be around when you're an addict because a lot of people are addicts in Cadillac. But let's not bash anybody because addiction is real. People struggle. They do get better, and maybe they just need better attention and better people to be around. So let's keep that in mind, please.
And also,
For
with
me,
everybody wanting to bash Rich and Rebecca, everybody makes mistakes. No matter how hard it is to stop or anything like that, because I suffer from addiction myself, and I know how hard it can be to stop. But I know for a fact that Rich has said something to Rebecca about wanting her to not use during her pregnancy, and she has said things to me about not wanting to use during her pregnancy just a couple weeks ago before she came out missing, and I was helping her and Rich at their house with the baby's room.
I've also been an addict, so I understand the whole situation with that. No, nobody has contacted the state police, and yes, somebody needs to. I feel like somebody needs to. I will. I don't care.
I know since me and Becca moved from where we were to my dad's, part of his agreement for letting us come back was there was no drug use at all. And it's been, today's what, 16th? So it's been, for me, because she quit before we moved.
And then,
And, you know,
so we have
then
we have the rumor that possibly her and her mom went to go pick up something, possibly.
I haven't heard about it.
Well, one of them said it just a minute ago, but I don't know when that was happening, when that exactly happened.
Yes, that was me that stated that, and it was brought to my attention by somebody else that was talking to Courtney when Becca disappeared.
See, I know since Becca has been gone, Courtney tried to tell a few people that laundry soap was keyword for drugs, which me and Becca and everybody we did it with, we didn't hide it. We either said, do you have
Even in text
dope
messages?
or do you have, yeah. We either say, do you have dope or do you have some smoke? We never used code words because I feel like even if you use code words, you're still gonna get caught.
So,
Let me
I
step in here and ask something. Rich, do you and Rebecca have a joint checking account, joint finances? And if so, has there been any activity at all?
No, we don't have nothing joint. And the cops have all her bank cards. She has our food card. And last time I actually got to talk to an officer, he said there was no activity on nothing yet.
Do they have her phone?
They have 2 of her phones, yes.
Okay, I'm just curious on if they've tried to search the phones yet, because everybody's saying they
I
have,
was
but they
just
haven't.
about to ask that too. Like,
I know.
Rich, did they happen to search your home?
No, I told them they can come here.
And they
Even
did.
the Friday they had me go to the sheriff's office, I even told them they could take my phone.
Oh, they didn't even take your phone?
No, I told them they could. Even though I wouldn't have a way to contact anybody, or if she happened to get a hold of a phone, she wouldn't be able to contact me because I know she has my phone number down by heart. Because every time I had to give it to somebody, she's the one that gave it to me.
I can't believe they didn't even download your phone.
The only thing they wanted, I had to take screenshots of mine and Courtney's conversation from the beginning till the end. And I had to email it to the officer. Other than that,
I can't believe they didn't want to
I even
see
told them they could have my phone and
talk to.
See, they called my dad's phone the day after Becca was reported missing and asked me straight up if Becca was with me because they were told that Becca was with me. I told them no. The next day, I was talking to the deputy and took into the Wexford County Sheriff's Office and questioned about Becca and Becca's mom and like their relation, hers and Richard's relation, and everything like that. And I told them straight up everything I could tell them, and that it's not like Becca to just disappear like this and leave her phone somewhere or discard it anywhere.
no,
With how far pregnant she is, we all know that knows Becca that Becca would have her phone on her no matter what and be reaching out to somebody.
I agree because, like I said earlier, in school, like if she had her phone taken away from her, she would always find a way to get a phone. Rather, if it would be to ask her close friends to use their phone for a little bit, or she would have a backup phone on her in her backpack, hidden and stuff. She would always have a phone and always find a way.
I don't know how many
I
times.
would let her borrow my phone all the time in high school when she would get her phone taken away. So that is 100% true because
Did
she
she
would
happen to
be
have
on
any?
my phone.
Did she have a criminal record? Has she ever
She
been in
has
trouble?
a domestic violence against her foster mom, and she got in trouble this year for retail fraud 3rd degree because she stole,
I was just
well,
wondering.
she was
I mean, not that I
attempting
don't
to
know
steal
that.
a bunch of baby clothes.
Rich, where was her purse and bank cards found? Her belongings, where were those found?
They were in our bedroom in a backpack.
So she left with Bio Mom without her purse or wallet or ID or any of that?
She barely took her wallet with her because the 2 years we've been together, I've had to help get her a new driver's license at least 3 times. Because she'll take it with her, drop it somewhere, leave it somewhere.
So
So
I
she,
have a text message from Courtney's mom that I just got just like 2 seconds ago.
from whose mom?
Courtney.
How's that when Courtney's mom died in 2023?
No, I'm saying Courtney texted me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What did she say?
Her statement was that she said, according to what she told everybody, is that she had no clue that Rebecca was coming over.
That's a lie, because didn't she tell Becky that she had like $2,000 for her?
That's what the 9 and 10 News was told by her.
that's because she told me that she gave Becca $2,000 sitting in her driveway.
Okay, so this just proves that Courtney is guilty, and the cops definitely need to go over there and do something, because I just can't sit here and them not do anything, because everything is
Watching the
pointing towards
live right now. Courtney, you're watching the live. Just come up and give your thoughts. Come on, come up and give your statement.
She says that she didn't know that Becca was coming over, but wasn't she the one that
She's the
picked
one that
Becca
picked
up
Becca
that
up
day that she
and was
disappeared?
driving.
Yeah, wasn't it Courtney and Kimmy in the car?
No.
Or like, was it a white van or something like that?
No,
Is what
it
I
was
read.
Courtney's red Ford.
Red Ford. Okay.
I want to say Escape.
It's a red Ford F-150.
No, the F-150 is the white truck with the red topper.
That's
got-
the truck that's magically moves now.
Courtney, if you're in here, don't be shy. Come on out.
Which, the day before Becca came up missing, Brad drove that truck to the hospital because I'm not even sure why he really drove it there. I know Courtney was in her car, which is I believe it's an Escape. It's an SUV, I know that, but from Ford. And Brad drove the white F-150 with the red topper.
I have another question. Who are the cops informing you? Are you the main one they're informing, or is it Kimmy or Courtney? Like, who are they talking to about any details that they have? Like, what detectives talking like to who?
It has to be Kimmy or Courtney because
Why
they
wouldn't
don't
it
really
be?
talk to
Because
me.
it should be you. I feel like, since you called it in, didn't you?
No,
Oh, okay.
This is
Kimmy is the one that called it in.
See, I asked Kimmy.
Question.
Wow.
That's where I get confused, because this is where it does not make any damn sense to me. So, Courtney or Kimmy calls it in. So if Rebecca got into a vehicle and she drove away, how in the hell would Courtney or Kimmy know that she was actually missing?
It wasn't reported to the cops till Tuesday,
Oh, how many days later?
the next day.
The next day.
The only reason they let it come in before the 24-hour mark or 48-hour, whatever it is because she's so far into her pregnancy.
Wow. Kimmy reported her missing, allegedly.
Yep.
I do know for certain that Courtney is on live, and I don't know why she doesn't want to come up. So
Kimmy seems to not have any facts because, like, I asked her because I told her I was going to call the state police, and I was like, what details? You know, what are all the details? What color car? What time? What was she wearing? And a lot of the time she's answering with, I don't know. So if she was the one who called in, how do you not know?
Really tell Kimmy anything, and I know by experience because of in school, because when she goes and runs her mouth.
Well, see, if Courtney is watching this live, which we all know she is, why isn't she wanting to speak up or even try to justify herself at all? Why is she just watching and letting everybody talk about her like we are?
She doesn't care.
She don't care. She knows she's guilty. She's guilty. That's why she don't want to come up here and say anything because
I'm gonna tell you right now, if my kid was missing, baby, there wouldn't be no stopping me. There would be no stopping me. But she did choose a man over the kids and got them taken. So there's that too. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Exactly. And see, anybody that knows Courtney and knows like her past or her history with her kids, she's got at least 8 different kids and only has one of them.
I just don't understand how a mom isn't going out and fighting tooth and nail for her daughter and her grandbaby.
Since you're in the chat, is it true that you are refusing the law to search your property? Is that a fact? Because if so, why would you be doing that? Why? And you can just message Trust in God, and you can answer there if you would like to. Because that's the rumor that we're hearing. If you want to clear your name on that, we would really like to know on that.
Well, the other thing is like the day that we had everybody out searching the trail and everything that Becca's phone was found on, she said that she was sitting in her house watching everybody go by, but she didn't see mine and my dad's truck go by, which is funny because my dad and I were out there and we drove past her house quite a few times trying to make a point that we were out there looking for her. And she claimed that she never saw us out there. But she was watching everybody go down the 2 tracks.
No, she didn't help search.
Now, a little bit, I do have a question for you. So I've heard that Kimmy ran out of Courtney's house and was just standing there watching everyone do the search party and wasn't even helping. Like, is that true?
She come out while they were telling everybody what was going to happen. And as soon as they were done telling us, she went back in.
That's a red flag.
So she didn't even try to go and help her sister, is what you're saying.
See,
exactly.
She asked me if
for 5 minutes
she could go try and get Courtney, let her get a piece of clothing or something that could be at Courtney's of Becca's, because I know they had at least one dog there. And that's when Kimmy went back in and nobody seen her again.
See, that's just weird to me. If that was my sibling missing, I would be going out and searching for them. I wouldn't just go back inside.
I'm telling you, Kimmy and Courtney know something. And I think Kimmy is scared to speak out on what she knows, so she's lying. That's how I feel about it, but I mean, I could be wrong. So,
yeah. Well, at the same time, what we need to be focused on is trying to find Rebecca, but at the same time, to worry about who this ghost person is and why is it that he's hunting these pregnant women down.
Yeah. That ghost thing was very weird because she told me a little, like, she knew all about Ghost. And she was like, Ghost specifically hunts and kills pregnant women. So if Rebecca is hanging out with Ghost, then she's definitely dead. And it was really weird. I have the recording. If any, like, I can try to send it to somebody. It's on Messenger. But I can screen record and send it to whoever wants that. I just thought it was super weird.
Bob,
And Alexis didn't
what was her name?
also say that he was out to get her too.
Yes.
Can I
She said she
explain?
was scared of him.
Can I
Bob
explain
18?
about Ghost?
I would love to hear that your side.
I am not supposed to say this, and I'm probably going to get myself in trouble. But Ghost was there undercover. He works narcotics undercover. He's safe. Please quit spreading that. That thing that came up with Courtney, she used that to kind of cover and try to paint oh, that's what happened to Becca. He's safe. I know his connections. I know who got him in there. Like I said, I'm probably going to get in trouble because now his cover is going to be blown, but I just have to point it out there. He is not a bad guy. He was there trying to get clues on people and read people, and he was there to actually protect one of the girls during the search that has never done it before and is very young. And I've got text messages from the person that he was watching and keeping her safe that I can show you. He is a good guy. He was not there to cause any harm.
Okay, thank you so much for clarifying.
Another thing is, Courtney said that she's got cameras out on that property and everything. Well, she told me that those cameras do not record because of the fact that they don't have an SD card. Well, me and a few other people have offered her an SD card for these cameras so they would record. Well, she denied wanting them or even taking the fucking SD cards to be able to record anything for Becca. But she also made the comment, what if Becca came back to her house and knocked on her door and she didn't hear it? How would you not hear your child knocking on your door?
I thought that was the weirdest statement also. I'm like, she's like, I feel so bad. What if she come back and knocked on the door and I didn't hear it? Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. You would hear somebody knocking on your door?
Why did Kimmy say she's trying not to think about what happened? What does that mean? I don't know if she said that. That's what somebody put in the
She
comments.
did say that. She said that in the news interview, and it's very, very weird that she said it. So that's why I believe she knows something, because try not to think about what happened. Like, what else is that supposed to mean? You know, like, it points to she knows something. In my head, it does, at least. I don't know if anybody else gets that.
I agree with you, Alexis. That's what goes through my head too. Like, she knows something, but she doesn't want to spill the beans because she's too scared.
Me too, Mimi. Me too.
Maybe her mom, maybe Courtney's doing something above Kimmy's head. You know, if Courtney did something to Rebecca,
Maybe
Kimmy
Courtney
knows.
threatened Kimmy.
Well, she knows about it, and they find out she's going down too. Oh,
And that really sucks, because she's got a kid to worry about, you know, and you don't want to put yourself in that position because your kids need you.
You better be going to make a plea deal right now. What she better be doing, go and tell her what she knows, or she
That's what if she knows something, it's better for her to speak up now before she digs herself in a deeper hole.
Yeah,
And Courtney, if you know something, you need to speak up now, because you don't want to go. Why would you want to get locked away for the rest of your life?
Right now, it ain't what you think it is. It's miserable. Just saying.
And I know, because I've been in trouble. I've been in prison. If you get charged with accessory to a crime, is actually worse than actually doing the crime.
If she cares about her grandbabies, she would be doing whatever she can to keep herself out of trouble. That's all I'm gonna put out there, since she wants custody of her grandbaby so bad.
Well, not only that,
Weird obsession.
wanting to be pregnant.
Courtney
Yeah.
has made multiple threats towards me throughout the few years that I've actually really gotten to know her. When I messaged her the other day about how her story kept changing and everything, and how everything pointed back to her, she flipped out on me. Like, straight up flipped out. She called me a dumbass and told me that there was no prison time for her daughter being missing. Shit like that. She got really defensive, which anybody that knows anything to do with criminal law knows if she is getting defensive on something, it's usually because she's guilty, especially if their story keeps changing multiple different times.
Exactly, and changing the description of the vehicle, that tells me there was no vehicle involved, especially if you have to change it 3 different times. First an SUV, then an Impala, then a random black car. No, I 100% don't think there was a vehicle involved at all.
It went from a blacked out SUV to a blacked out sedan, then a Chevy Impala, and then a truck.
Oh, so she changed it 4 different times with the vehicles, not 3. I thought it was just 3. What
The messages she sent me Monday night, she said, or no, it was Tuesday. She said it was a black car, sedan, tinted windows, and it wasn't a Ford.
She also said the vehicle did not have a license plate, but she also said that Becca was picked up down the road from her house. How would she have known that Becca was picked up down the road and then turn around and say that she was picked up at her house?
And if she was picked up down the road, how could she say what kind of vehicle it was? Because isn't there trees lining the front of their house and the driveway kind of goes up in it like that? How would she be able to see? And it's dark out there.
Exactly my point.
And she said that she saw a man in there. I thought the windows were tinted. How does she know a man was in there if the windows were supposedly tinted?
She texted me that night and said your old lady got in a black vehicle with a dude. If you can't see through the window, how do you know it's a dude?
She told me that she didn't know who she got in the vehicle with. She didn't see who it was or the gender or anything like that. All she knows is she got into a vehicle.
So I have a question. If Ghost is who we know he is, and Rebecca was running around with Ghost, do you think Rebecca was trying to set her mama up and then it got known and her mama said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just saying, I don't know. Just a thought popped in my brain.
Becca didn't know Ghost. Ghost came in after Becca went missing. It was a favor that I called in from somebody that I know, and their son is the one that got a hold of Ghost because he's got history in this kind of thing. And like I said, I'm probably going to get repercussions for announcing that because hopefully it doesn't blow his cover. But he was in that search, and no shape or form to hurt anybody.
Okay, cool. Just wondering. I didn't know.
And also, I don't know if Courtney is still watching or listening. I did message Courtney today, and I did tell her, I'm like, hey, eventually Becca is going to turn up. And I said, right now, everybody is pointing their fingers at you. You're not going to be able to go anywhere without somebody looking at you and being like, hey, you did it. Where's Becca? And that's going to trickle down to her boy that lives in that house. It's going to come out to everybody. And I said, hey, how about you do this? Just tell me where I can find Becca. I give you $15,000. Your name doesn't come up anywhere. You take the money and you can start a whole new life. Nothing. You know why? Because she knows where Becca is, and she knows that if she knows that obviously it'd be turned in and she's going to sit time. And I tried to tell Rich the same thing. Hey, if you're involved, you don't even have to say anything. Just tell somebody or me or, anybody that's looking out for Becca where we can find her or a clue that we can find her, and you guys take the money. I've begged. I mean, $15,000 is a lot of money, and you would think that if Becca was okay, somebody would be talking, unless the only people that know are the ones that did it. They're not going to open their mouth.
Okay, listen, I do hate to have to get off, but my sister's here, the kids are here, and they're messaging me like, are you ever going to get off there? So I do have to cut this live off. I'm so thankful that you guys came up here and gave your thoughts and opinions, and thankful for you guys in the comments. Now, everything is alleged at this point. No innocent until proven guilty. And, well, thank y'all for being here, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of this.
Thank you so much for answering our question.
I do recommend you guys contacting the state police, contacting the FBI. Keep on them. I would not just keep contacting the county.
Rich, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming up and answering questions. It really helps us know what happened. It helps us point in the right direction with what you've been saying and how you've been answering your questions. I'm sorry you're going through this. We're going to find them. We're going to find them soon. We're not going to stop. And everybody, go ahead and share Rebecca's missing persons poster if you can, and just get the word out. We need her story to be told.
We are praying for her, Rich, and we will not stop until she is found. And I will promise you that we will we will be doing this every single day until we know she is found and safe. I promise you that right now.
Steph, do you want to say anything in closing? They're requesting you to go live.
Yeah, I normally have a show at 1 p.m. On Sundays, but I have been nonstop on this case, y'all, for the last 2 days, and I feel my body feels extremely exhausted. I've had a lot of conversations and phone calls and text messages and posts and videos and shows. So I may go later in a little bit, but I'm going to rest for a little while. So my message to Richard is thank you for being honest with us and talking with us and owning up to things and just being a man through this. We need somebody strong to help us find her. And the person that loves her the most is the person that we need the most to help us. And that person is you. And I'm going to invite you to come on my panel for an interview. I'll send you a message. Maybe we can schedule that, and I can schedule an event so that you can come on and tell the timeline again. And you might have to say it 55,000 times. And that's about how it goes. And that's okay. Keep saying it and keep talking until we find her. And I'm praying for you and your family.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Same.
Just like I've been saying since, I don't know who, it was in comments on one of the posts that she was doing it to get away from me. And I commented on it and said, even if that was true, Becca knows she can walk, leave anytime she wants. And if she did by chance do all this to get away, all I want to know is her and our son's okay. And
Well, Rich, just know that I am always here too, and I'm not going to go anywhere, and I'm not going to stop until Becca is found.
I am praying for her and your family. We will find her, I promise. She was a really good friend of mine, and I have been worried sick for the past 2 weeks of whereabouts she is, if she's okay. We will find her, and I'm praying so hard for you and Becky.
Okay, guys, thank you guys so much, and I appreciate everything. And prayers for Becky and the baby, and hopefully she's found safe. But if justice needs to be served, hopefully it is done swiftly. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll